Come with me for a day in the life with Samsung where I go hands-on with all of their new devices. We look at all the different colors of the Fold 6 and Flip 6, and I share with you guys my first-hand impressions with these new devices, along with everything that's new and some of the features that I absolutely love. So we got ready for the day and packed all the camera equipment we'd need before we headed out. We hit the road, but of course, being Canadian, we had to pull a stopover for some Tim Hortons.
Small steep tea regular, please.
Subscribe if that's your order. Then we got back on the road towards downtown Toronto, which is where the event was. After we parked, we got inside and got to meet some of our friends who are other very awesome creators who you probably may recognize.
Like with their phones.
And then these guys made me walk upstairs with a torn ACL. Oh, these sneakers, by the way, are the Jordan 4 Olive Crafts. Absolutely love them. Then we got to the actual event where they briefed us on what was going to happen, did some paperwork, and then it was time to begin. Hey, how's it going? RJ? Hey, NDAs, bro. As the presentation started, all I could see was, I see Samsung products. On the table, they had some of their new devices that they were launching. Oh, look, there's another color. This gentleman brought out the Fold 6, though. Oh, man, peak excitement right there. The things that I gotta say, though, man, the lighting, the aesthetics, the mood of all of these rooms that Samsung had set up was so nice and well done. This definitely helps us get better shots when we're filming. Next, we got to see a demonstration of something I actually found really interesting. Basically, you can throw on headphones and then use this live translate feature where the phone can flip towards the other person so you both have a screen and he can see what's being translated in real time. The next demonstrations we got was honestly one of the coolest features, which I think the Fold is actually really well poised for. The gentleman basically turned on a workout video, then opened up a second window, which is your camera, and then made that into a floating window so that you can move it around, and then you can basically watch this workout video and see yourself while you're working out at the same time. This is the kind of productivity and multitasking features that I really want to see a lot more brands bring to their devices. Next, we got to see a camera feature where you can basically set up the phone pointing towards you, and basically the camera will widen or narrow down in order to fit everybody. This is going to be excellent for those really tough large family photos. And then it was finally time to go hands-on with the phones. First up, Flip 6. Right from the get-go, this phone feels absolutely solid in your hands.
Oh, I like how this feels.
Another thing I noticed right away is now the camera module has this matching color to the actual color of the body.
I like this color actually. It's like natural titanium, but like it's got more of a sheen to it. Hinge feels nice.
The way the hinge works now, you can tell Samsung's had several years to iterate on this in order to actually make this so seamless and fluid. The phone feels very well made and premium when it's in your hands. Next, I wanted to try the translation feature for myself, so here goes nothing.
आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं? कब free हो गए आप? I guess my Hindi is a little rusty, so.
Now, one of my favorite features for the Flip 6 since last year has been this customizable front screen. I love how you can add different widgets and even like jump into the camera. From here, you can even zoom out and get a wider angle shot, and just taking general selfies with this is pretty cool. Not to mention this 6.7-inch 120Hz dynamic AMOLED display screen is also a treat to use. And in case you're wondering, the crease in the middle is not really that noticeable once you're actually using the phone. Overall, you can really tell how far Samsung has come with this phone, with the hinge design and how the phone folds and feels in your hand and the materials used. This is a phone I can easily recommend to the average user. Now, here's a look at the Flip 6 in this yellow color, which looks stunning, especially if you are rocking a gold Casio watch like my buddy RJ here. But of course, then we come to my favorite color, the mint green.
Yeah, almost matches the hoodie. This is the one I'm getting. Best thing about these phones is like once you finish like a phone call, you're just gonna be like, yo, do it. Boom, like you feel like a boss. And then you put it away. Fold, you're generally talking like this, right? But with this, is where you can do that. I would get this phone just for that reason.
Now I wanted to show you guys all the colors for the Flip 6 side by side. I'm curious, which color do you guys like the best? The blue, which is very pastel-y, almost like a sea blue. Then you have the yellow, which because of the bezels makes the phone look quite golden. Next you have mint, which is this pastel-y green, but some angles you can't even tell it's green. And lastly, silver shadow, which is probably the most professional looking out of the bunch.
I'm gonna attempt deadlifting this thing for Samsung. Can we lift this? Okay. Oh yeah. I have a broken ACL too, just keep that in mind.
Next, it was time to finally check out one of my favorite Android phones to date, the Fold. The Fold has always been one of those devices that you just can't get enough of. It's like having a tablet and a phone built into one device. The front screen now feels slightly larger, coming in at 6.3 inches versus 6.2 from last year, and there's something about it that just feels so good in your hands. The squared off sides and the way it sits in your hand with the zero gap hinge. Now on paper this phone is only about 14 grams lighter compared to prior, but I don't know what it is. It actually feels more than that. It feels very similar to having like an S24 Ultra in your hands. Another thing that stands out design-wise is this aluminum housing around the camera modules. Now similar to the Flip 6, you actually also don't notice the crease on this phone as much when you have it open and in front of you. Now battery life, this thing has the same 4400 milliamp battery in here. However, we do have the octa-core Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip in here for Galaxy, which should help with battery efficiency. And I mean, in terms of smoothness, with the 12 gigabytes of RAM, this thing just flies. But look, I gotta tell you, one of the things that I absolutely love about Samsung is they don't just make their devices big for the sake of it. They actually add features to make use of it. For example, the Fold devices, I can just fold this phone this way, place it on a table, and raise my hand up, and it will automatically take a selfie. I love this feature, and it can come in super clutch. Next, I got to test out Samsung's AI features where I can turn like a regular sketch or drawing that I did with my hand or S Pen, and it turns it into this absolute masterpiece. So you know your boy had to give it a go. I drew this absolute stunner with my finger. Yeah, they couldn't believe it either. Then I went ahead and selected my artwork and hit generate on AI.
Well, it's very bad drawing, so let's see how
And boom, look at this masterpiece. Tell me you wouldn't buy this if I put out like a wallpaper pack or threw these onto a shirt. Come on, I know you would.
Right, stuff like that. Like, I would buy that on a shirt, maybe even. I don't know.
Okay, now for my favorite part, colors. This year we have 3 different colors for the Fold 6, silver shadow, navy, and pink. First up, pink. Now this is quite an unconventional color for a major brand to put out as one of their flagship colors, and I'm here for it. This thing looks fantastic. Next we have silver shadow, which is, I'd say, the safer option, looks professional, and looks pretty good. But my favorite color this year has to be navy. There's just something about it that just looks so rich. I feel it might have something to do with the matte texture finish.
Blue has a very different sort of texture to it. This actually feels softer to the touch, whereas, hold on. I don't know. Yeah, see, so look how the color is like solid on this versus it's a little bit shinier on this.
And there you have it, folks. All of the different colors for Samsung Galaxy Fold 6 and Flip 6 this year. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comment section down below. Also, Galaxy Watch fans, no, I have not forgotten you. This is the Galaxy Watch 7, and it is an all aluminum design that comes in silver, cream, as well as green. But I think my favorite is the Galaxy Watch Ultra. This is made of titanium, and my goodness, just look at this thing. Like, I feel like I'd be a better runner or athlete the second I put this on. So I took off my crappy watch and I threw this on, and instantly I went from being Hussain Tausif to Hussain Bolt. All in all, I think Samsung is really starting to come into their own, and they've done an excellent job building out their own ecosystem, which I am very excited to actually fully switch over to and test out. So if you're interested, I will be getting all of these products at some point over on the channel to test out thoroughly, so make sure you guys are subbed and following along, and until then, I will see you in one of these two videos over here.